Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Thank you for coming back to Live Music's LiveWire to see us again. Tonight we have a very special event. It's a little different than we usually do. We're having a songwriter circle with three of the best songwriters you're going to have a chance to hear. We have Mr. Steve Judice, someone who lives in Lafayette now, marvelous songwriter. You're going to love the material he does. My old buddy Joe Sullivan, he's back, and he's got some great songs to share with you as well. And Mr. Hebert, someone who's toured all over the place, not only with Cajun music, but now writing a lot of really fantastic songs. So, stick around. This is going to be good.
Foundations of a grand design, they tumble now in sad decline. Goals deferred and dreams denied leave dreamers so dissatisfied. Hopeful steps she will not take, lest her hope might reawake. Imagined walls that can't be cleared, all soundly built on failures feared. And such burdens born break her down, and they bind the queen to her hallowed ground. Her subjects all a sorrowed lot, banished now from Camelot. Her skies are black from bridges burned, she's pierced by points of no return. Still praise the Lord, her soul to keep her from mortal wounds that fester deep. Such burdens born, oh, they break her down, and they bind the queen who's got a tarnished crown. Her subjects all a sorrowed lot, banished now from Camelot. With waves and winds that won't be still, they sap her heart and they strap her will. The wars within her will not wane, they cause thoughts that burn like boiling rain. Such burdens born break her down, they bind the queen who's got a broken crown. Her subjects all a sorrowed lot, banished now from Camelot. Her subjects all a sorrowed lot, banished now from Camelot.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This special edition we've had here tonight has been very special. We mixed the order up, so you're going to hear the songs afterwards, but we have a chance right now to talk to some of the guys you're going to hear perform a little while later. And tonight, first up, we have Mr. Steve Judice. Steve, welcome.
Thanks for having me. Happy to be here.
A couple things about Steve. He's not only a great musician, but he's also an attorney.
I'm a recovering attorney.
Recovering attorney. Well, he's cleaning up his act from all these things he's done in the past. But besides being a great songwriter, I'm really interested to find out what your influences were as you came up.
Well, Early on, my mom would wake up at 5 every morning, and the first thing she'd do is turn on the radio, and it was a country station, KXKW in Lafayette, AM country, and so there was always music in the house, and I had an aunt that was about to throw away one of her husband's old broken guitars, and she gave me that, and I'd play along to Jim Reeves albums with a guitar that had 3 strings, typically out of tune, but I kind of learned a little bit about the rhythm and stuff like that. And then I guess musical influences, John Prine, huge musical influence, and others like him, Guy Clark, Jerry Jeff. I really kind of gravitated toward that when I discovered them.
Well, there was a period of time when that particular kind of music, as a matter of fact, the years I was in college, that was huge. I mean, Jerry Jeff Walker and all the outlaw country stuff was so big at the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it really helped promote the idea that you could play guitar, sing, or write your own songs and play the guitar. And that's something that you're definitely very adept at. So how did you get into songwriting?
Actually, the first song I wrote was on piano, believe it or not.
Traitor.
I know, right? My little girls had gotten old enough to start piano lessons, and so we rented a piano and messing around with chords on it and everything. And I wrote a song called "Cross to Bear," and then I got involved with Radio Free Texas. It's a satellite or internet radio station. And made some friends there, and I said, "How do you get onto your radio station?" They said, "Well, you have to have a Texas connection, or we have to like you." And when I realized that I had the potential to get my music played somewhere, I hurried up and finished my first album and sent it to them. And
either that or learned how to become likable, right?
Oh yeah. Well, my wife and I had gone to grad school in Texas, so I figured that was enough of a
Texas connection.
in case they didn't like
There you go. Okay. Beat the system one way
One
or the other.
way or the other.
Okay, that's a good thing. Well, now you have a number of albums out. You have a couple of them right here that we have.
Yeah.
One, the self-titled Steve Judice.
Yes.
We have Steve Judice, When Darkness Falls. And this one right here, Stormy Goodbyes and Laughing Eyes. Now, how can our listeners here get a hold of this music?
It's available on Spotify, on iTunes, and if you hit me up when I'm playing live, I'll give you a CD.
Hear that? All the more reason.
Yeah.
Worth the price of admission alone.
Yeah,
a free CD.
When I told my wife I was doing my 5th CD, she goes, "Good, because we need another 500 CDs up in the attic." So they don't move as quickly as they used to.
Well, no, nothing does anymore because everything's in the download world.
That's right.
But on Spotify and on these other sites, what is the address to get to yours?
Well, for Spotify, it's just my name, Steve
Judice.
Judice. You can find CD Baby still handles CDs, so you can pick them up there. And to contact me, you can go to either my Facebook page, Steve Judice, or stevejudice.com.
Okay, stevejudice.com.
Yeah.
You heard it here, folks. It's worth it. You heard some of the stuff he played tonight, and it does nothing but get better. So if you have a chance, please go check him out. You won't regret it. Now, what have you got coming up as far as where you're going to be playing?
Saturday, I'm playing at La Divina here in Baton Rouge.
Okay, now this is January we're in right now, so January of 2022. So
Yes.
that'll be this weekend coming up. Here will be in the 20s, roughly.
22nd.
Okay, 22nd.
Yeah.
Okay, and where else?
Well, we have our Songwriters retreat the next weekend, and then playing in Weatherford, Texas, at it's kind of a house concert, more of a barn concert. Barry Hebert and Keith Harrelson and I are playing there.
Keeping your Texas connection alive for that radio station.
Absolutely,
That's right.
absolutely. That's the Friday.
He's no fool.
I don't know the date on that, but that's the Friday before the Super Bowl. So
Oh, okay.
Whatever that is.
Well, it won't be Dallas this year, as we know. Okay.
Well, I won't say it.
All right.
I was going to say that delights me, but I won't.
But anyway, we got those coming up. How about the Dragon or any place around here?
Nothing on the immediate horizon. I know we've got the Red Dragon fundraiser, the Palooza, and that's Easter weekend.
Okay.
That's Good Friday and the Saturday before Easter. Abundant talent will be there to support Chris. And
we had Chris in here for one of these interviews right now, and he's doing a marvelous service for everybody.
Yes.
And if you have a chance, you definitely want to go support Chris, but you're going to have a chance to see Steve and some of the other incredible talent we have right here. So, with that, don't forget to go check out those sites, stevejudice.com, Steve Judice on Facebook, Spotify. He's all over the place, even in Texas, okay? And he is likable, I will tell you that, regardless. But thank you, Steve, for coming by today.
Thank you.
And we look forward to seeing you all over the place and hearing more of your music.
And thanks for this program that you do to promote songwriters. Thank you.
Hey, it's for everybody and everybody out there. There's something about songwriting, lyrics. You're sort of bearing your soul and sharing your heart with everybody, and you can't beat that with a stick. So thanks again.
Thank you.
All right, and we're going to pass on just a minute, take a little break, and we're going to come back with two more of the guys that you saw tonight. So we'll be right back.
Oh, as I've grown older, I've grown more fond of horizons I cannot see beyond. Just a brand new adventure, wonder how I will respond. I can't wait, we'll have to wait and see. I've come to admire the candle's way, gives its whole life-giving light away. It just does what it does, and it does it every single day. That's the way I'd like to be. But when I fall real hard, and that means I fall hard 7 times a day. Coming up short of the man I long to be. Teach me the candle's way. Just to rest within the will of God, that's what I've come to choose. So if the good Lord takes away my legs, I just won't need my shoes. And the less that I've got just means the less I've got to lose. Teach me the candle's way. When I fall real hard, and that means I fall hard 7 times a day. Coming up short of the man I long to be. Teach me the candle's way. Teach me the candle's way. I'm the Tin Man, that's who I am. Victim of a broken heart, it's The scarecrow's in the corner, and sometimes he doesn't sing for free. The cowardly lion's got me scared, now I'm down on my knees. I'm the Tin Man, that's who I am. The victim of a broken heart, darkly tore it apart. Need a wizard just to have a new start. The scarecrow's in the corner, and sometimes he doesn't sing for free. The cowardly lion's got me scared, now I'm down on my knees. Now you know who I am, I'm the Tin Man.
All right. All right, we're back. And with us right now, we have Mr. Joe Sullivan, an alumnus of this particular program, and an old buddy of mine that is always good to see him.
Good to see you.
So, what's been new with you?
Just playing music and relaxing and spending time with family over the holidays. So this is really nice. My son had a second boy, so I
Okay.
have my second grandson.
All right.
So my cup is overflowing.
That's right. Hey, grandkids are amazing, I will tell you that. But anyway, what's coming up on the horizons for you?
Well, we Steve just invited me over to Waller, Texas. They have chili when it's chilly. Barry and I are going to be playing at the Natchez Brewing Company on the 25th of this month, and I'm playing at Phil Brady's February 8th.
Oh,
So
cool.
that's a few things I got in the hopper.
A few things in the hopper. But among the things, like we were talking with Steve a minute ago, and stuff we didn't talk about with you the last time you were here, was some of your early influences. What started you up? What got you going?
Well, I came from a poor family, and during high school when the Beatles came out and the Beach Boys were huge, I used to listen to a lot of Dion and the Belmonts and Frankie Valli and stuff, which was all radio popular stuff back then. And it wasn't until I was in college that I was able to get a guitar, and my college roommate taught me how to play guitar, Bruce Hanna. And right when I started learning, I also wrote some songs too, right from the get-go. So that was really the beginning of it. I was 18 at Manhattan College in the Bronx, and that's when I started playing guitar, learning my chord changes, mostly acoustic, and then getting into some writing and writing lyrics and things like that.
Well,
right
being
away,
from up
I was
in-
18 when I was
In the New York area,
right.
you must have been exposed to a lot of different kinds of influence and talents,
Yeah,
especially in that Bleecker Street area. And all
yeah,
that,
yeah. Don McLean was a local, and also Harry Chapin. So they were Pete Seeger. They were the local guys who were living right there, and the band, of course. They had the Big Pink album, and that was like my major influences. Really was I really liked the band. The band to me were just terrific. So I try to I tried not to emulate them, but I was inspired by them. Let's put it that way. So that's
Well, that's the one thing, especially about a songwriter. You tend to find yourself being inspired by, not imitating.
right.
And that's one of the things that's actually marvelous, because you are, as a songwriter, essentially bearing your soul all the time.
Right,
The things
right.
that touch you. So how'd you get into songwriting? You said initially just starting to write songs, but
Yeah.
when you got kind of serious about it, and
Well, there's certain themes that a lot of people have. Like Harry Chapin wrote Cats in the Cradle. Steve has a song called Dementia about his dad. I wrote a song called The Circle about my dad. Ray Stumbo has a song, the Boy from Star Bottom.
Yes.
So it's like this thematic thread. You know, guys tend to love their dads if you have a decent dad, and then that kind of gets reflected in some of your music. The same thing, there's murder songs, you know. There's always these people write about these infamous events that happened in history and things like this. So there's a lot of that. I have a song called Johnny Boy, Ace Jones, and Sonny Blue.
Ah, that's on that new album, as a matter of fact.
Right. It's the first song on the album.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's a whole nother theme and threads that some guys write about. So Gary has a song about his uncle, a great uncle, I guess, who got slayed in Dallas.
Wow.
So, yeah, you know, you find the more you dig deep, the more you find that people write about common themes. And I think that's pretty much true. Love, breaking up, having a family, having kids, you know, there's all these different themes in music. So you find those things that touch your heart, and then you bring them to fruition in music. So
And you get to share them with other people.
Right.
Speaking of which, there are a number of albums that Joe has available, doing these very things he's speaking about right now. So, Joe, where can we find this music?
On CD Baby, and
CD Baby.
really a couple of those albums are, you can get them for free on YouTube Music. If
Okay.
you just type, you know, Joe Sullivan, Life in America, or Joe Sullivan. What's the other one called?
We have Life in America. We have the Blue Sky, Blacktop.
Yeah.
And then Almost There. Almost There. That's right.
So that they're located right there. You can hear all the music and download
You must
it.
have so many songs you cannot even remember the names of the albums. It's amazing, folks. So,
It's lack of homework. more
and
or less.
he's out of the education department. Outside of the music business, you were a principal at school for a long time.
Yeah, for a few years, and then I got into transportation for my last 9 years. But I'm happily retired after 42 years of labor.
Must be nice, I tell you.
It is. It's nice.
Well, Joe,
I'm spoiled.
We want to thank you for coming by to participate in this particular event we had.
Great.
And I know you enjoyed his song just like you did Steve's. We're going to be back in just a minute, and we're going to be talking with Barry Hebert. So y'all come right back.
Thank you,
Joe.
Bob.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you, my friend.
All right.
Okay.
Pick up his albums. CD Baby. We'll be back.
I am the child, I am the mother, I am the sister, I am the brother, I am the earth, I am the sand. Help yourself, help your fellow man. Love is the answer, love is the cure. Seek and ask, you will endure. Walk in harmony, walk in peace. Feel the stillness, breathe and release. Love is the answer, love is the cure. Seek and ask, you will endure. Walk in harmony, walk in peace. Feel the stillness, breathe and release. Never give up, always push through. The universe helps others who help themselves too. Love your fellow man, yourself. The golden rule, they try to make it complicated, but it's there for us not to be fooled. Breathe and be present and listen. These three things will always make your soul glisten. Enjoy today, just take it in. Don't take it all too seriously, and I don't forget to grin. I am the child, I am the mother, I am the sister, I am the brother, I am the earth, I am the sand. Help yourself, help your fellow man. Mid-July, Daddy's loading up the car. We all know what that means. Summertime, time to take a trip. It's always the same place. We drive for a day and a half. From the backseat we ask what all kids ask. Dad smiles, he says the same thing every time. He says it's 3 miles ahead and 50 years behind. We arrive, we jump out of the car. Glad we're finally here. Kiss the grandpa and then we're off. To places far and near. We take a quick ride on the tire swing, pick up a rock and give it a fling, and then it's off to the barn with the Sea Rock City sign. Yeah, we're 3 miles ahead and 50 years behind. Running down to the creek where we dip our toes, we hide and seek in the tall corn road. Hot pie cooling on the windowsill. Seems like here that time stands still, and the sun always shines 3 miles ahead and 50 years behind. All week long, my brother and me, we never touched our video games. We never even once turned on TV. Here there's only one. The Dad tells the stories about when he was a kid. Now we're doing the same things that he did. Yeah. These are truly the ties that bind. 3 miles ahead, and 50 years behind. Run down to the creek where we dip our toes, play hide and seek in the doggone road. Hot pie cooling on the windowsill, seems like here that time stands still, and the sun always shines 3 miles ahead, 50 years behind. Now the place is gone, everything torn down to make room for the interstate. Gran moved in with us late last year after Pappy passed away. But I know that in the years to come, even when I'm not so young, yeah, we'll go back there in my mind. It'll always be 3 miles ahead, 50 years behind. Yeah, 3 miles ahead, 50 years behind.
All right, thank y'all for coming back, and here we are with Barry Hebert. And Barry's going to tell us a little about who he is, where he's from, some about his influences, and we're going to get to talk about some of the music he has that is available for you. So,
all right, well.
Who the hell are you?
Who the hell are you? Well, actually, I hail from Lafayette, Louisiana, grew up there. Went to a little small Catholic school for 12 years, went to USL back when it was called USL. But I started playing music, I guess, when I was in like elementary school. My sister was taking guitar lessons, and she'd come home and she'd show me a few chords. And so I just kind of started teaching myself and eventually got a guitar of my own and started picking around, played in a little church choir for a while. Went to, then when I got into college, started just hanging around with friends and just playing and picking around the campfire or whatever. And got with a band. And things started happening with that while I was going to college. We developed a little following. We started playing in Texas, big dance halls in Texas.
Cool.
And then we switched to doing Cajun music, and we got hooked up with this national tour with Eddie Raven, Doug Kershaw, Jimmy C. Newman, who were big at that time. And so we traveled the country with them, and that opened up a lot of doors for us after we started touring, did that full time. It was just a lot of fun. Got to see some great places in the country and Canada. And so during the time, the early part with the Basin Brothers, I started writing. That's where I kind of got started writing. Then we started touring, and then kind of got away from the writing a little bit. Moved to Baton Rouge and started a day job. I'm a geologist by day, and so kind of got a geologist right. Yeah.
That's interesting.
So anyway, got got away from that for a little while. Then started. Kind of missed it quite a bit. Didn't realize how much I missed it. Started playing with some bands around here. Been with several bands in the area, and then got back into songwriting. And me and Steve actually hooked up. We were actually playing a little band together, and then we found our shared love of songwriting, and so we started doing things together and started meeting more and more people in the songwriting community, and it's just grown over the last few years. We've got this incredible songwriting community here in the area.
Is.
And so, and then like Steve mentioned, we got the Songwriter Retreat coming up. That's something that he and I started about 11 or 12 years ago, and we grew it from 12 people. Now we get between 30, 40, 50 songwriters up the way. And just spend a weekend just trying to write music. It's just a whole lot of fun. So,
well, I've always fashioned the minstrel, the songwriters, the minstrels, that they, in the old days, they'd travel from town to town. They'd actually bring the news.
Yeah.
Usually because the guy had to leave town because the farmer was upset about his daughter. But be that as it may, the songwriter would be from town to town to town, carrying news, carrying information, sometimes singing songs from his heart to capture the next farmer's daughter from town to town as he traveled.
It's always about the girl.
But that's one of the things about songwriting that's so amazing. The words. The music is wonderful. There's a good turnaround, a good chorus, whatever, is really always marvelous. But the words tell a story, which is what a songwriter does. Right. Now, you've got an album out right now. It's called Worn Wooden Floors. Now, even that image right there conjures up things right there. Right. So how old is this album
This is about 10 years old.
Okay.
So, and as I said, I'm working on a new one right now. Hope to have it out hopefully in the first half of this year, and then get out and start promoting it a little bit. But yeah, it's long overdue.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of a lot of different things.
There are things that get in the way all the time.
Exactly. Right.
Life is what happens when you have something else to do.
Exactly.
Just remember that.
Right.
And that's something that, as a songwriter, you can't help yourself. It's got to come out.
Exactly. That's what I love
out.
it. Yeah. I mean, you've got these things just, swirling around your head, and they've got to come out. You know. And,
this is something that you definitely, as everybody got to hear from the material y'all played earlier, this is something that's remarkable and worthwhile. Are you going to be playing anywhere soon where people can catch you?
Yeah, actually, this coming Friday, there's a new restaurant that just opened up in Prairieville, which I live out in the Prairieville area. It's called Ça C'est Bon. And I actually went to eat there last week, and fabulous food, huge portions. But they're having a little live music, a little solo stuff.
Good.
So I'm playing there this Friday and also on the 5th. And as Joe mentioned, he and I will be up in Natchez, Mississippi at the Natchez Brewing Company coming up. And I'm trying to think of what else I've got. I'll be at the Red Dragon Palooza. I do a lot of work with Chris Maxwell out there. And trying to get this album finished so that I can get out and start booking some shows and hopefully get out and tour a little bit. Oh, yeah, and also I'm going to be doing the Texas show with in Weatherford, Texas with Steve Judice in early February. So,
well, one of the things, we're very fortunate. We have people that have caught this show live in Florida. I have people live in New York. People live in Pennsylvania have caught this show. So for all of you from outside the local area here, the three guys you get to see here tonight, hey, they retired except the geologist over here, and they can come up and see you.
We love doing house concerts. That's a big thing, and I'd love to go on the house concert circuit.
A big circuit going on right now, the house concerts.
Yep.
But that listening rooms all over the country. But I think you guys even deserve concert halls. So thank you for coming by.
Thank you, Bob. So appreciate you doing this. It's just great to see
you guys, and
thank
you too.
All right,
and all y'all come back and see us, and y'all too. And so please come back, not only to subscribe to the page, but to come see what we have coming up next. We try to have something each and every week, with some things getting in the way sometimes, but it never fails. We're always going to come back. So it's Baton Rouge's Live Music on Facebook, Baton Rouge's Live Music on YouTube. So please come see us and check out the stuff we got, and please feel free to comment in the area down below here. So we look forward to seeing you soon. So come on back to Live Music's LiveWire. Good night.
In the hills of old Kentucky, we're men down whiskey after digging up coal. It's a land of not much living, where you won't die from growing old. Well, I've had my share of one-night stands, 'cause there's not enough women for every man. And here true love is really hard to find. And this girl, she moved up from Tennessee. I was into her, she was into me. Before too long, we found ourselves in love. When my past came back to haunt me, I didn't think that she'd still want me, but to my surprise, she stood there by my side. She don't mind that I'm a coal miner with a minor job, who might or might not be mine. Well, I told her about the day this girl came knocking on my door, with a kid that kinda looked like me, but I couldn't tell for sure. She said, "This child here is your son." She put him in my arms and then she turned to run. It was the last time that I ever saw that girl. So I did my best to raise him on my own with the help of my mom and a small bank loan. I tried to give him a chance at life away from here. And my sweet little woman from Tennessee, well, she loved that little boy and me. And together we were like a little family, yeah. She don't mind that I'm a coal miner with a minor child who might not be mine. And she loves me more than I thought that anyone ever could. Yes, she loves me. What did I do to deserve a love so good? Yeah. First time most men go in that mine is when they're very young. But most of them die early from a thing they call black lung. Well, that fate did not escape me, and I've got a short time left to live. But I'm thankful for this woman who gave me all she had to give. 'Cause she don't mind that I'm a coal miner with a minor child who might not be mine. No, she don't mind that I'm a coal miner with a minor child who might not be mine.